Welcome to the novel audio. I wish you all the best. I'm with 7 stars. Other celebrities participating in a reality show survival in the wilderness. The first night when the whole camp was silent, a sliding mechanical voice boomed out. Cold colors echoed through the pitch black space. Oh, you lovely killers. Welcome to the game of death. Enjoy the last days of your life. Prepare to embrace death. People just laugh and think it's a cruel joke. Staged by the production team to increase the drama, no one really cares. But the next morning the whole camp was shaking. Rear image is at the peak of fame. Discovered died. One piece of body covering cloth body lies cold in the forest. No one can laugh anymore. One AI dared to approach Lim's body. Naturally your eyes are still open, full of fear. The pupils have flattened out cold. All the clothes were stripped off and thrown in a pile. Tattered right next door, all over the body are terrible wounds. To anger people, white skin that's covered in bruises for hours. Blue-black on chest engraved with 2 distorted. Crimson letters, horror and promiscuous cruel marks as carved with a knife. 2 legs broken, unbelievably freakish. The surrounding air is freezing. A trembling voice cracked the silence. What the hell is going on? Maybe last night's talk wasn't a joke. She's a young female idol. She just finished. The face color of the kidney is changed immediately. Don't say anything. Maybe it was an accident. It was an accident. The young artist lost his temper. The funniest person to laugh at last night was Lynn, and now she's dying like this. People actually think there's nothing unusual. The young actress is in a hurry to step back. Panicked voice, leave it. The program team will be here to resupply in an hour. Let's get out of here. Suddenly a sentence like adding fuel to the fire echoed. But if this show will never come again. He said it was a test. Famous stars from variety shows, his face was pale with no blood. When you say that, everyone is looking at you. He shammed trash, swallowing saliva, hoarse voice. When I first came here yesterday, I heard the film crew whispered that the supplies had been pre-arranged. Why didn't you say so early? Kicked Van show rapper with his temper roaring, you're going to kill them all. I know why. Shenzi was just as angry as he was scratching my head. I thought it was a game. Staging to increase the authenticity of the program, I didn't expect it to turn out like this. Air as live boom, all afraid of doubting each other. Cold sweat flowed down the back of his shirt. Right at the time of evicting Van show and about to get into a fight, my eyes darted towards Lynn's body. A word that echoed through my mind, oh dear killers, welcome to the game of death. I used to stop fighting. The kidney suddenly rubbed the temples. Low voice, the important thing now is to think. What should we do next? Step. The whole group shut up. There's only the wind whistling through the trees. And the cold soaks into the bones. That's fucking bad luck. I swear, but soon after. That's quite exciting. Based on years of experience rolling around in my world, there's absolutely no need to panic in times like this. Maybe this is just a deliberate program, they guess. Maybe we're not brave enough to touch the body. That's why I showed a body. Fake as he said, he came straight in front of her. Slowly squatting down, then surprise. She's poking her eyeball hard with her finger. See, I told you, it's just that he hasn't finished yet. The police made a scream full of horror. Meanwhile, the finger of sleuthing, it's even deep in the flesh and blood. The whole body is dead. This body is real. I try to stay calm and take a deep breath, but it seems like the air smells of blood. Go back to the camp and continue. We all almost ran for our lives. Out of that little forest that no one knows, that hidden among the dense foliage above Hac Mieu, a red dot lee, the camera is quietly working. The whole horror scene, it was also broadcast live to the audience. The comment area immediately exploded. Are you crazy? This scene is so cool. Lynn is really dead. It's pathetic. It's probably a storyboard to create. It's just a seal, if there really is a murder. The police were involved in the investigation. Then immediately another account countered below. The police have just launched an investigation. It's official. Network air as boom. Do you remember the words that came out at midnight? Oh dear killers, welcome to this game of death. Just enjoy it. The last days of my life, God, I can't even think about it. I really can't. The killer is Sao. Maybe some of them actually killed someone. At the same time, a series of hot keywords related to Lam quickly climbed to the top of the table. Search promotion Lam Medical Violence School, but the wind used to be deadly. God is out. She was so violent in school that she made people feel bad about themselves. Death is not to blame. Even ... The way the victim died last year was exactly the same as Lamb, now at the campsite. The 7 of us are also in the dark. A picture of the killer. It's different in that no one wants to admit, no one dares to face it. Crazy people come to avoid taxes. I don't even dare to kill people. Myth, I'm a public figure. My girlfriend was kidnapped. I've been asking the police for years. Looking for someone is not finished. Where did you find time to kill me? I'm even less capable. Everyone speaks in turn. Trying to clear away all the doubts that surround me, finally, all eyes turn towards me. Batchlam, you have been silent so far, not going to say anything, so I was suddenly called by my name and shook my head. My voice stuttered. I didn't kill the AI. It's just that the program team says if you join will pay me 1 million yuan, that's why I accepted. Some people immediately showed contempt, right? Compared to the famous faces sitting here. I'm just an anonymous food blogger, never showed his face. 1 million yuan is nothing to them, but to me it's a whole life. I thought I just had to play for a few days. Go home with your dream money. Not expected, it's the lead role in a death game. The air around the solid fire, no one is interested in saying more. A long time later, my dad was the first to break the silence. Okay, don't stand there. Let's split up and find the supplies. Then everyone goes to their tent. From now on, no one is allowed to leave the camp. Even though Saokeni is also the most vocal person here, no one objected, not because of absolute trust, but because right now we need a guide now more than ever. The camp has 2 tents for men and women. And all that night I kept falling apart. Tired of falling asleep until it's almost dawn, but haven't slept for long, I was hit by a 7-bar scream. Make you wake up, there was no one else in the tent. So I hurried outside to look. And the first sight that caught my eye, it's Song Van Shao's body. My heart is beating like a beat. Van Shao is dead. He's lying mango waves on the ground in the leg position, wide arms, they're all covered in waste. The genitals have been cut off and thrown around a corner. But she was so scared that she fainted. I've only ever dared to look at one. I dare not look anymore. His face turned pale with anger and disgust. He tried to suppress the nausea, and then the other 2 men used the cloth, take the body, and throw it away. 2 people died in just 2 short days. Everyone is in a state of extreme fear, especially in writing. His face was as white as paper. And the mouth is constantly muttering, "It's true. It's true. What is the real story?" He asked, silence for a moment. Then seemed to summon up the courage to say, "Ray the killer is real. He used to kill people. My husband and I consider it the same thing. After a music festival ended, I was at the party. I knew then. Song Van Shao likes gay people. They were very excited that day. He's drunk." Then the same group of people called in a male waiter. Forced when I lost control, I accidentally killed people. I heard that. My face turned white. Of course, Lynn has also killed people. When I was in high school, she's been involved in school violence and killed a girl. The beautiful face of the romantic, there is no blood now. The voice also trembled. As soon as I saw her body yesterday, I'm beginning to suspect. We looked at each other in horror. We all see the fear in the eyes of the enemy. Lamb kicked Van Shao. Both of them have been killers. Now we have to die the same way. They are just as cruel as their victims. It's not okay. I can't stay in this hellish place anymore. We have to get out of here right away. But only half an hour later, we were desperate to realize that was originally brought here by helicopter. None of us noticed the frame. The surrounding scene, now there's a wall, has been quietly built around the camp within radius about 2 kilometers, turn this place into a giant cage, completely enclosed. The camp is the center. While in the outside world, Song Van Shao's sinful past has also climbed to the top, looking for your family to serve. Unfortunately, that year he demanded justice. At the same time, they even posted pictures of the victim's body. Shit, the way Song Van Shao died was the same as you served. I can't think anymore. The police have made an announcement. Said that the ABA, the program team, was not located. I don't know where the guests are. Is there any possibility that what we're looking at is a replay? And the Kier are actually all dead. So far, no one cares. Who is the killer? The escape route was completely cut off. We are desperate to escape. Back to the camp. After a long silence, someone finally broke up with a question, something Lamb, why Chorus and Van Shao has always been with us. Why are you still healing and dying suddenly? death like that, it doesn't alarm any of us. Don't talk anymore, I'm scared. His proud voice choked with tears. She got into the business very early. He's also the youngest of us. She's only 19 now to see the scene. 2 people died in turn. Next to me for 2 days in a row. It was enough to break her spirit completely. This place is completely surrounded. You can only use a helicopter if you want. But if a helicopter comes in, it will make a loud noise. We can't possibly not detect it. Nephropathy begins to analyze, so the unsub's definitely still in here. As long as we find the killer, we're safe. We split up into teams of 2. Hold the weapon and look for the killer. If the unsub strikes first, resist. Even if you kill him, it doesn't matter. Don't be afraid, there's no one else here other than us, no one knows. The weapon I'm talking about is a gun. Hunting and smoke bombs prepared by the program team. For us, the goal is to prevent an animal attack. I go follow the inquiry, look around carefully. There's only one thing around here, don't say shadow, not even a rabbit can see it. We returned empty-handed. Go back to the place to find out the others have returned. There's no results. Why's that? Frown your eyes tight, have you searched carefully? They all nodded in turn, that's strange. The unsub can't leave here, maybe there's a secret door on the wall now. An exasperated householder hugged his head and shouted that he could not find the murderer. Are we just sitting here waiting to die? It's bad luck, it's bad luck. I looked at the rest of the people with different faces. And then summoned up the courage to say, speculate in your heart. Is there any possibility that people, I'm just saying it's possible. No, the unsub's right in our midst. And everyone fell silent. I took a deep breath and continued. The terrain around here is not complicated, except for the small forests. The rest of the place is empty, you can see it. We've searched very carefully. There's certainly no other 9th person here. Both Lynn and Van Show, they all had to go through such cruel torture. But it didn't make any noise. If the unsub is a stranger who suddenly shows up, surely they will not be without it. A little preparation, unless it's someone they know. But in this place, the people they know, it's just us. I just finished. They all looked at each other suspiciously, right after that. Silently keep your distance from others. The kidney quietly cleared his voice and hesitated to speak. What you say makes sense. But suppose they're not prepared at first. Not in time to call for help. And then at Sao during the torture, and they didn't say, maybe hung, maybe they can shut their mouths or something. Not waiting for me to answer. I was in a hurry to ask Chun, not before. The program team gave us body armor. Then Sao, this hunting gun, this weapon, and tranquilizers. Sedative, we all woke up. I towards the medical kit box at the same time. Come quickly and open the box, but soon he was stunned and rolled his eyes. Why is there a problem? I can see the white face. He brought the box closer and told everyone to see for themselves. There's enough in the medical kit box. The drugs are neatly arranged, it's only sedatives. You can't see it. The sedative that the program team has prepared. Or is due the program wasn't prepared for us. It's so scary that there's no blood left. I'm so scared, what's going on? It's impossible. The judge immediately shook his head in protest. I'm afraid of the show. So before I came here, I was with you. Check the props carefully. There's definitely a sedative. And there's a lot more. He hurriedly added more. My hands and feet are getting cold. It's like falling into the ice. The sedative that Ness the program provided is a special product of a leading research laboratory abroad. For no matter how fierce the beast is, just one shot. Even if the consciousness remains, the body will immediately soften. I can't make any movement. Of course, it can't make any sound. For wild animals. It has such power to use on humans, even less need to talk. This is a safety measure that the preparatory program for us, and now it's turned into a talisman for life. Get rid of the kidney and go back and examine the 2 bodies. When they return, they both had heavy faces. Lamb and kicked Van Show, there are needle marks on the neck, so who stole the sedative? No one has spoken out to admit it. The words are almost crazy. No, I also says there is no except for you. Then who's in here to get the sedative? Who else could kill them? Well, they're not so prepared. After all, who is the killer? Who is irritated by the words of thanks? Nail Network laughed in response to the words, are you crazy? You suspect us. We have the right to doubt you. Who knows? Did you steal the sedative yourself? And now I'm going to bite someone else. Or not nail the network, are you suspicious of everyone here? Not just by name alone, why are you so overreacting? His ejection eye flashed a cold ray. And stare at the nail-faced nail-net cold-fishy. What do you mean? You arrived at the base at the same time as us. The existence of sedatives others may not know. But you must know. I suddenly remembered something. The ministry stood up. She pointed straight at the spikes. On the day of the accident, I woke up early, but I didn't see you at all. Had to wait a long time later, Sister Romance, he came back from the outside with a smiling face. Radiant, and not long after that. People have discovered Lynn's body. There is also Batch Lamb. Batch Lamb saw it too. Finished talking, the host turned to look at me with desperate eyes. Batch Lamb, you still remember, right? Everyone's eyes immediately closed. Don't be afraid, Batch Lamb, there we are. She wouldn't dare do anything to you? My kidneys speak reassuring. I was silent for a long time before I really nodded. I did see it. My wife is more excited than you are. Your sister is the murderer. White as a sheet of paper. But still living and dying without admitting it, I did go out. But I didn't see Lamb. I'm just going to do my own thing. Your own business, laughing at this life. Before coming here, we've returned all the equipment, Kia. What else can you do? The program has not yet assigned a task. Early in the morning, what can you do? All right. I miss you with Len. They are the enemy of God, right? Of course, the secret is also revealed by you. I just sighed a few times. You reacted so strongly. I dare say it's not you, not me. It's not really me. Sputtering, sputtered a panicked expression on his face. I really don't like it. But I didn't hurt her, so she explained so about that early morning. I can't see the nose. Where did you end up doing? Is anyone testifying for you? In front of everyone's questions. The spider bit his lip under his crazy eyes. Endlessly evading the next second, the judge suddenly spoke. I can prove it. He came to see me that morning. He breathed out a breath as if determined to speak out. My husband and I are lovers. My eyes are filled with tears. She looked at Shenzi with a sorrowful look. Why are you saying this again? It will affect you badly. Shenzi gently grasped her hand. A comforting voice. I can't blink at you. My husband and I fell in love 3 years ago. The next day something happened. We were in another forest. Action after that. It's hard to put it into words though. But we're all tacitly understanding. With his head on his shoulder, he sobs. I softly moved my lips, but I don't know what to say right now. Appraisal, he's been in business for many years and has always been famous in the world. With the epitome of the family man, he said he loved his wife more than his life. Oh, no matter the time, where is his wife is always the topic he likes to talk about, even on this expedition. That's it. The perfect family man in the public eye, they actually had an affair for 3 years. It's all just a painted image. Ned is not the killer. The clues go to a dead end. We fell silent again. I didn't know that every picture it's been transmitted live. I just saw something like this. Nailed together with Shenzi. Oh my god, I've suspected that this is not simple. I thought it was just PR. I thought pigs were so disgusting. I love my wife more than life. Nasha, where did you get your nose to say that? It's disgusting. I wanted to throw up all my rice last night. Come on, folks, stop fighting. Who's the killer, folks? I want to die. Is this the script after all? So it feels like everyone in here has a problem. All right, let's stop guessing. He looked at everyone and said, from tonight on, we'll all have Chen say goodbye to Jung in a tent. No one has an objection. The sad face bowed down to die. Call the sky is not through land is not good. I've been nibbling biscuits and bread every day these days. I'm about to get bored. I hesitated for a moment and offered. The program team has left the tools foreign and cooking ingredients. If people don't, I can cook dinner for everyone tonight. That evening, I cooked dinner in front of everyone. Materials and tools are both available while I'm cooking. The others also watched without taking their eyes off. When I suspects what's wrong with food, we had a good meal together. Go to bed early. That is, when it was morning and the police didn't wake up. We slept with the same body all night. My face is bruised, body full of redness. Many of the skin has been scratched to the point of bleeding. The men in the group carried the body. She's out, then we sat back together. The unsub did it again. But the death of the alien is strange. Nails slowly scratching your whole body, red rash, what's it all about? The situation is clearly easy to get rid of. Her clothes are all tattered. What does one of us know? Why is that? Thanks also for agreeing. It's strange, I've been exhausted these days. Worry and fear during the day, but in the evening I slept like a dead man. I can't feel anything while I've been suffering from chronic insomnia. No, it's not just you. The judge also said me too. His eyes swirled back and forth between us, and it finally stopped on me. Batch lamb, you have nothing to explain. He started to suspect me. My heart is pounding against the battle. I shook my head. I didn't do anything. I thought you were a food blogger, right? And close your eyes. The program team gave out picnic equipment from the first day. Why didn't you cook earlier? But let us eat cookies and bread. For 2 days yesterday at Sao, she suddenly agreed to cook. I laughed when I was angry. He made me look at him coldly. You're suspecting me of murder. You are the most suspicious now. Because after eating the food she cooked, we just fell asleep and didn't know anything like that. When my father died suddenly, right after eating the dinner she prepared, I don't cook because I don't want to. What to do with you guys? You guys have forgotten. I glance at them. The corners of his lips cracked a sarcastic smile. From the beginning comes a kind word. You don't even bother to tell me that. The faces of those people are a little down. Every one of them is a class A star. For them to say you have to join the same program. With a blogger, shit like me, it's no different than an insult. Even at the beginning. When I try to get used to it and introduced about his work, no one even cares. What about yesterday? About the age of my sister. I interrupted their questioning and looked at her. I remember my sister. I joined this program. It's also to make money for my sister's treatment. She has nanny disease. Everyone who heard that was a little bit stuck. The only thing that matters is to keep your eyes open. Endlessly passing me by so many reasons, it's not enough. It's not enough to prove you're not the killer. And my brother laughed at me. You have proof. Does that prove I'm the killer? Don't forget, I was the first to show you. The unsub is in our midst, without me. You're still like flies losing their heads. The illusion that the killer someone fell from the sky. Sneaking for lives at night, I ate that dinner you ate. And everyone eats. I'm the only one who has a problem when I cook. Everybody's watching right next door. Is there a problem or not? Maybe people don't know why. More. I've been listening to everyone since I came to this camp. Every night people sleep like dead. But a few days ago, people didn't eat the food I cooked. Where do you think I have a problem? The face of the kidney becomes unsightly. He hesitated and said slowly, Batch Lamb is also somewhat right. No unsub would ever expose himself. Shaking his head but still refusing to change his mind. Maybe I was wrong. Batch Lamb is still the #1 suspect. That's strange. I looked inside. I can't help but raise some doubts. From the beginning until now, the Emperor is always the one who makes all the decisions. At the same time, always ready to wear the judge's shirt to judge the rest. It seems that AI could also be the killer, except for you alone. My words also caught the attention of the other 3. Thank you very much. You were the one who discovered Lynn's body. That morning clearly I saw you go into the woods half an hour ago. What did I have to wait another half an hour? You just told us that Lynn is dead. What happened to me in that half hour? My face is pale. People are suspicious of me. Why is there no doubt? The starlings coldly replied, maybe it's just you. You have the right to judge others, or I'm deliberately stretching my voice. He is here and Missy. She shut up and roared furiously, I'm just looking for stuff. There is something on the floor that belongs to me. Not waiting for people to ask more, he went to his pillow and took out one. The envelope inside the envelope is a stack of photos. The pictures fell out in front of us. Content inside that makes everyone take a sip of gas. It's cold. All these pictures are of the same person. It's a woman. Skinny, dry figure face, 7 strange gods, body full of ROI. She's chained with a dog leash. Hooded legs crouched in a dog kennel. The scene in the photo is even more ruined. Pepper thing. The old earth wall looks like it's about to collapse. There's dust and rubbish everywhere. In the whole frame, only the dog's wood and the leash are intact. And definitely lock her up tight. This is my girlfriend. She was kidnapped and sold 10 years ago. I've been searching for years to get the news. But when she did, she was dead. His voice dropped lamb, but he wanted to do a couple of pairs with me to get attention. But I agree. I don't know where she found these pictures. She used them to intimidate me. He said if I did, I'd throw them all out. She's dead now, but if these photos are exposed, it will only cause more damage. I suffer so much, really suffer. Put your kidneys back up. His face was filled with tears. He choked on, she is the most proud. If these photos are exposed, she'll lose her last dignity. I can't let her suffer any more pain. I admit that I was the one who discovered Lenny's body. Of course, but I didn't kill her. I'm just looking for these pictures. I just want some protection. The rest is for the one I love, outside at the same time. A series of news hot search related to sudden employment appeared promotion Q Department of Selection of Baccalaureate. The truth of the death of a man, someone released the video. Internal monitoring from the talent selection program that the department joined a year ago in the home video, go to the kitchen late at night and pour mango juice into a glass of orange juice. That glass of orange juice, it's the kind of drink you have to drink every day. The next day, the doctor had an acute allergy and died of it, not cured in time. Then the program team explained that the reason he was allergic to accidentally eating mango. But it wasn't until this video came out. People are breaking the truth. God, everything fits. Face after death bruising can be caused by asphyxiation, body asphyxiation, red rash. It's not a severe allergy symptom. Is the harm of medical death? Who remembers that 05? The doctor is the most famous contestant. Went to vote, they also lead by a huge margin. After the doctor died, the new home gained a central position. So far, everyone's way of dying is the same. How they hurt others. The kidney has successfully cleared the suspicion. The 5 of us sat together, but they all have their own minds. The heart is unpredictable. We're all suspicious of each other. But none of them had any evidence. That night, I don't know why I feel so insecure in my heart. The people around me are sleeping. I took a breath. I was just about to close my eyes. I felt something cold. Close to my neck, my heart is racing. I was going to scream a second later. A needle stabbed me in the neck. My consciousness immediately sank into darkness. When the sun rises, she found the white lamb lying next to her had disappeared. Think of the suspicion of the kidney for batch lamb. In the heart of the paper is also doubtful. She decided to go to Theo to see. I just got out of the tent. She immediately saw another body. It's about 10 meters away. Is batch lamb or head? Didn't know where it was thrown. Stud spanking scream 7 bars. The remaining 3 rushed out. The moment I saw the body, they all can't help but take a sip of cold air. They brought the body. He left the same place with the other 3 bodies. Then back to camp. In the comment area of the broadcast live, in just a few short minutes, there are thousands of new comments. It's so horrible why batch lamb died. The dead have all the relevant news. I wonder if Blue has also killed people. The killer is a kidney transplant, right? Batch lamb just suspected him yesterday. Died today. I can't believe this is a coincidence. I also find there's a problem with the kidney. All these years he's been building the image of love. In fact, they are playing behind the back. The funeral is not bad. Nephrectomy suspects aren't just netizens. I think batch lamb just suspected you. She died today. The writer is the first to speak. It's not my cold voice. If it's not you, who's in here? I looked at him with disgust. Yesterday, I was the only one who aimed at the white blue. I see. You blame batch lamb for the crime. It's really about covering up for yourself, isn't it? So batch lamb suspects you have a problem, so I killed her today. Turns out you're the killer. Extortion of the kidneys clearly exasperated. He has no idea why batch lamb died. But the heart gets rid of the kidneys. Still think people have a lot of suspicious points, especially batch lamb. She's obviously a girl who just graduated. But when it happens, it can be extraordinarily calm. That calmness drives the kidneys out of doubt. Yesterday, he decided to investigate. A little AI suspects that the opponent is sharply countered. The words were as if they had been prepared. From before, it seems to have set a perfect trap. Just waiting for him to come in, but batch lamb is dead. Died strangely for no apparent reason. I made it clear yesterday. Sing it out loud, everyone believed it. White lamb has also apologized. Stop laughing with contempt. She's not quite as emotional as she was yesterday. Instead, it's a look of contempt and coldness. Get rid of that shit, he said. Can you believe it yourself? You thought we didn't know the bad stuff. Yours for sure. We're all in the same world. Stop fooling fans. Don't fool yourself too. You said you've been looking for a girlfriend for years. There is a picture of the boy in love. So I moved back in with the CEO. The kidney grinds its teeth coldly. What the hell are you talking about? The word general manager was the one who lifted me up even more. Besides, we're all men. Something could happen, but this word just came out and I laughed even louder. She even laughed to the point of tears. Hurry up and put your hands up. The kidney is the brain. You have a real problem, right? Two men have nothing. You forgot how Song Van Show died. General manager from Kier Omnivorous, both male and female. There's someone in this world who doesn't know. What are you pretending to be, a naive neophyte? Now I even have my doubts. That girl was his own hand pushing her to death. In the mountains. These words of death. This makes netizens even more suspicious. Of course, kidney removal is not simple. The devil is telling the truth. The case 10 years ago. Will it be investigated again? Turns out this is an ejection girlfriend. That's the wife my classmate's brother bought. My friend said her boyfriend sold it. I didn't expect the kidney. You shut up. The kidney suddenly stood up. One hand clasped the neck of the nail. He uses his power very strongly. My life trying to shake two hands, trying to remove kidney hands out, but breathing has become hard, son of a bitch. You finally showed your true self. The surgeon threw a kick at the kidney. Severe pain that brings the kidneys back to consciousness. Hurry up and let go. He hugged it and rolled and screamed bitterly. Search and find the rope. Then tie up the kidney to get these things done. All three of them breathed a sigh of relief. I can finally get a good night's sleep. We've been gone this long. The company will not sit still. Try to wait a little longer. We will wait for someone to save us. Thrown out of the tent. The cry of sorrow is relentless. I'm not the unsub. I'm not the unsub. But in response, they are just things. Slap from Zion and Shentrach. 3 people even made a few glasses of wine that night. Rice no wine drunk, the shovel and the spikes pulled together to another tent. Only thing. The next morning when they woke up, all 3 of them were dead. The kidney is dead. In the camp suddenly there was a big dog cage. The kidney is locked inside. No more breath. A rope-thick dog chain wrist-sized hand tightened on the neck of the kidney. His whole body was covered in wounds. There is no more healing flesh. He looked as if he had been beaten to death. This makes the other 3. I immediately remembered the terrible pictures. That's right, the photos. Hurry to find them. His voice trembled, and the 2 people watching this leash and kennel look exactly like the one in the picture. Why is this possible? He lifted his head and realized in horror, both the police are staring at me. Staring with a grim face. Thanks is you. He was stunned and immediately rolled his eyes. He suddenly understood it all. They're the ones who did it. Life is not to blame. How can one person kill so many people? Turns out there are accomplices. But he hasn't had time to speak out yet. As I said before at Sao, I did it again. He stared at the words. This variety show was arranged by you, right? Is that we were thinking the wrong way? Can prepare so many tools of crime. It's definitely connected to the whole program. The judge said as he arranged everything. In the head, he remembered being on a show with me. Speaking in the interview. The host asked a question. Who wants to be the most? And the answer to that question was, I want to be a judge. Judge, I'm glad that Hac Mieu grew up abroad as a child. There is a rumor that their family, they own their own business empire. There's even an army of mercenaries. You want to be a judge. Shenzi's voice sank. So you've gathered the stars. I've killed people here. To judge them, and then kill them the way they did. The Great Panic, no, not me. That's what the company made me say. That's not what I meant. Every day he just plays. How Sao can beat back an aesthetic muscle roll. I see the water getting closer and closer. 2 feet trembling, word 7, then suddenly he knelt on the ground. You judge, you let me go or I won't say anything. Absolutely nothing, as long as you spare my life. Thank you for not pretending. Shenzi sneered, I know your family has strong backs. I don't need anything else. As long as I and my husband live, or they all die. I'm really about to cry. He's a real Hac Mieu, but it's not you at all. It's like the rumor of bloggers. In fact, my parents have emigrated. But only doing manual work, at the bottom. It's hard enough to survive the day. There are rumors about the noble family. All managed by the company. It's made up to build an image. The author himself is happy with that. Weave a pink dream for yourself. The judge is just a figure. To speak in a hurry, I'm not a rich guy at all. I was born in the slums," he said in a passionate voice. Tears, rashes. "Tell me everything about yourself." But Shenzi doesn't believe that. "The keys are still hanging on the kennel. Check it out and force the words in. I don't want to be locked up with the body. But there's no other way. I have to put myself in a corner." But the pungent smell of blood kept coming straight up the nose. It made him nauseous. "I beg you to forgive me. I keep praying, but no one is hungry." He's both scared and hungry. "Until late at night to close your eyes right when I'm dreaming about to fall asleep." Then he heard a very familiar voice. "Thanksgiving is dead." The first thing cleaning and rigging done after waking up is to go to literature test, but inside the kennel, there's only one kidney left. It's a few meters away and it's lying on the ground. Body covered in blood, his body was deformed. It seems that the body has been dragged a long way. The flesh is almost worn out to reveal the white bones are hidden underneath after the death of literature. Another hot news immediately followed suit. The words are dragged up a few years ago. Drunk driving. Dragging a pregnant woman to death who had been hacked to death, crazy fans rushed into defending Cho Idol unintentionally. Maybe everyone has forgotten. Watch all these episodes. Maybe this is the rebirth of heaven. "Mom, I was going to throw up for dinner last night. I can't sleep anymore tonight. There are only 2 people left and it's a dead end. After all, who is the killer?" This is a question that the world wants to know the answer to. It's just this moment. The only person she could suspect was the judge. Trach, her lover, slowly closes her eyes. "Why did you do that?" "You both sound the same. You suspect I'm once again in tune." Laughing for an hour. "Her and the inquest. I've had this illicit relationship for 3 years. During those 3 years, the two are in contact almost always. He knows everything about the enemy like the palm of his hand. And that's why it's so interesting. But it had to come to this moment. She just felt like, I really know my lover. Why would you do that?" His face was filled with unbelievable looks. He really didn't dare to believe that who is always gentle and caring, he is the mastermind behind the case, the serial killer. He was silent for a moment and then suddenly laughed. "What do you mean?" "You're going to put all the blame on me. What to blame? All of this is done by you. What the hell does this have to do with me?" Forensic investigation of the tug of war, the biggest mistake of my life. It's about dealing with people like you. The lover who is always gentle suddenly turns around silence for a moment. Then I laughed and cried, "I can't believe you're such a person. Must be me, I can't believe you're that kind of person." Take a deep breath. Then suddenly reached out, clasped his hand tightly to the neck of the nail. Even though he squeezed her to the point of choking her, the police did not let go. He dragged the starlings to the side of the kennel and locked her straight inside. The key was swallowed in the stomach. "It's over. It's over. It's over." Shenzi laughed furiously. It turns out that the killer is Din. This is because he sees the wrong person. That night, the dog had an unusually peaceful sleep. The unsub's been found. The others are dead. He is left alone. He can definitely wait for rescue to arrive. It's just that the appraiser didn't expect. He couldn't wait for the rescue team to arrive. But received the news of death of Din Network. First of all, I just walked out of the tent. I immediately saw the spider. She's not in the kennel. On the branches of a large old tree next to the camp, a soft band of silk draped down and suspended on it, the body of romanticism, 2 feet smooth plush. Why can't we die? I've obviously locked the wood. It's clear that the bolt is still in there, so why did she die here? Netizens are also amazing. They hanged themselves. That's a joke. Take a look at the top search. Turns out he used to force his own mother to death, the whole pot. He forced his own mother to hang herself. On top search, the secrets of the past of romance gradually being exposed. She's not a rich lady at all. Her mother is just a toilet worker, after being famous. I am afraid my mother will affect my career. Should have been day-by-day psychological manipulation granny. She always felt that she was a burden to her daughter. So he hanged himself. Upstairs is right. I'm Din's friend. It's because of this that I broke up with her. I'm Din's cousin. My aunt had to work as a garbage collector. To feed the mantis, I just want you to die free of debt. At her aunt's funeral, she didn't show up. They're dead too. Where's the killer? The killer is a detective. And everyone watching was holding their breath, waiting for the next developments. But the live broadcast came out of nowhere. Stopped at the same time inside the camp. The machine's voice boomed again. "Are you ready for the audit?" Who is saying that? The horrified judge turned his head. 5 years ago, you want to create an effect for the show. That mercilessly drowned an intern. Are you ready to make amends to him? 2 feet smooth back so soft, why does anyone know about this? About this, he had to spend half of his fortune to pay for it. You can turn 1. The murder was an accident. In 5 years, this has never come to light. Standing dead feet in place phase 7 panicked that someone came close to me. I didn't even know. Seconds later, an injection containing a foreign fluid that has been injected into the neck. He's the judge. Goodbye. In the ears came a clear voice playful of a girl. He looked back and immediately rolled his eyes. I wonder if it could be her. Only unfortunately, he didn't have a chance to think anymore. 10 minutes behind the lake. In the blue splashing white bubbles, that night a male body emerged from the lake. When Hotspot News finally appeared search and rescue team, we finally located the location of the camp. Uphill survival in the wild uphill, they all died up. The judge is dead. Drowning, it's exactly like the intern he killed years ago. 8 different ways to die. After all, who did this? After all, is this the evil retribution or poison? Sky green beans, who would dare to join later? Wild survival worms, too. Search and rescue team with police, they quickly found their way to the camp. Be a helicopter landing when some people are collecting. 10 pieces of evidence inside the tent, they suddenly heard a very soft knock. There's a noise below. They cleared the tent. I went and found out there was a hole in the ground. Extraordinary sponge, and underneath that soil, suddenly it was a wooden door. Led underground, the knock on the door came from within. Some people cautiously opened the wooden door. The light suddenly came in. Make the girl inside by reflex, close your eyes, don't kill me. After people present their identities, the new girl timidly spoke up, I am Batchlam, outside of Batchlam, I've forgotten a lot of things. The doctor said I was in too much shock, leading to memory loss due to trauma. The police found a lot of evidence. Turns out the basement where I was locked up was extremely large. Inside the wall, there's a lot of exits around the camp. There's even a secret tunnel. Leads to the outside world. Even the headless body, people think. I really am someone else's. It's just that she's wearing a t-shirt and jeans. It's just as simple as me. The police are investigating that person. The idol was invited to the show. But at the last minute the newspaper was busy. The police are investigating. That's why she didn't come to the show. It's because that day she drove out to the edge of the woods. Someone accidentally saw her digging something. Then the police found out where she was digging. By hiding a skeleton, it's her best friend who's been missing for years. Information is published, comments suddenly exciting, I'm a classmate. Both of my best friends are my class. Beautiful and talented. That year I heard that they were both in a music competition. It's just the night of the grand finals gone. Should spend to win the championship, her family thought she was kidnapped. Still searching in vain. I'm afraid, if that's true, the people killed. Harm in the program. They're all killers. Using money and relationships to hide the truth, successful escape from the siege of the law. The police also concluded that the killer was actually someone else. I think Batchlam is alive. It's because she just accidentally pulled in enough numbers. Joined the program, unfortunately. The police didn't get 10. When the evidence ran out, the tunnel suddenly caught fire, burned it all to ashes. Stop sighing, I'm so sorry. After I got out of the hospital, my name became alcoholic. Because I am a living person. The only missing person in that serial murder case. I'm not a blogger anymore. The food is despised by the big stars. I've also become a big star. I've received countless promotional offers and a series of interviews. I wish I could tell you about that horrible experience. But I've forgotten everything. I'm just a horribly scared victim. How can I remember so many things like that? It's hard for others. I was in an interview. The host asked me that after escaping death, what I like to do the most. I replied to read the book. She smiles again. What is your favorite book? I thought for a moment and answered honestly. And then there was no Agatha Christie's AI. She laughed. It's somewhat surprising that for her own harrowing experience, Sawai, it's an almost identical experience. Was it after returning alive? You just read this book. I just smile and nod. It's not just that I didn't tell her that I've read that book since I was a teenager. Even memorized every passage, read it over and over again hundreds of times. Still fascinated. It's my own secret. There was a sound in my ear. Showbiz crime purge mission completed. System will unlink in BA seconds. Everything. My sister and I were orphaned from a very young age. They just rely on each other to live. Since I found out my sister has nanny disease, I plowed my head for money day and night. One evening after work, I went home and was stunned to witness the horrific scene. My sister lies motionless in a pool of blood, body, a one-piece body covering cloth. I rushed her to the hospital. Then I found out while I was away. The neighbor tricked her into opening the door under the pretext of pancakes. Then take advantage of the loophole to sneak in and commit perverse violence. Crazy. I just want to rip that mean old man apart. But before I can do anything, I heard he died in an accident. The police concluded that the car had broken down. Unfortunately, he died quickly. The hurt of my sister, I'm not going to erase it that quickly. In my ear, I heard a thud. I'm the murder system. Carry out the task of purging crime. Showbiz. The owner's reward will be cure the disease and erase her memory completely. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to press the like button and sign up to hear more from the dark. Now do audio again.